clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how you can get out of the rookie rank in Omega Strikers, and I'm here to help you with 6 helpful tips that will help you go from rookie to challenger. I'm kidding, but I'm sure it'll help you get out of rookie. So make sure you stay to the end of the video, because my 6th tip is going to give you the most mind-blowing gawk 5000 type of information that you wish you had your whole entire life. Step number 1. Get familiar with your controls. Understand your controls as much as possible. I believe there's 3 different types of controls. One is controller. You use a controller. One, you click around like League of Legends, okay? And you click around, you click. I find that might be really difficult. I and many others use the WASD keys while clicking up, down, left, right, behind, whatever to knock the air hockey stick wherever the hell we want it to go. Okay, get familiar with your controls, find out what you're comfortable with, know where your keys are, know where your keybinds are. If you need to make changes to your keybinds so that it can make you feel uncomfortable, don't be scared to do so. Don't force yourself to get adjusted. You're just hindering yourself and you're delaying the time that it takes for you to just get used to what you do and move on to the next step. Number 2, know your game. Build your game sense. What this means to me and what this means to other people might be a little bit different, but I'm gonna do my best to simplify it to the best of my ability. I'm not a pro. I'm not gonna be able to tell you like all these fancy terminologies for everything. Basically, understand what's the point of the game. You know, if you don't know what the point of the game is, as of the moment of what I've seen, it's a 3v3. You have a goalie, you have 2 forwards or strikers, or I don't know what you would call it, but people who attempt to make moves to get the hockey puck or the soccer ball or the whatever into the goal. Okay, when you play, you need to try to not only just smack the ball around like you're at Dave and Buster's trying to impress your little girlfriend with on some air hockey. You need to actually pay attention to not only your teammates, what your teammates are doing, what the goalie is doing, and this is the perfect time where you need to start asking your asking questions. Why did I not make that goal? Why did it not work the way I wanted to? Why did my goalie not make the goal? Why is my teammate doing this? Why am I doing this? And not in a toxic sense, but more like a critical sense, so that you can help educate yourself, help understand what's might be happening in the game, so that you can become more familiar about what's going on. Tip number 3, please know your character. Know how your character works. Does that mean you go and pick a character and you need to immediately figure everything out? No, of course not. You don't need to figure everything out. Learn what they do first. If you can, tap a few buttons, see what they do, see how they react, see what they can do. Can they go through objects? Can they destroy this? How strong is it against the enemy if I use it against them to hurt them? Or does this help my team in any way? And how can I use this? And once you know exactly what your character does, oh, this button does this button does that, this button does this button does that, right? Because usually it's like 4 or 5 abilities that you have, right? Next thing is be creative. Don't just know that Estelle's little sniper shot, just sniper shots from a distance, and every time a round starts you feel the need, oh, I need a sniper shot this immediately, without thinking, is there a better ability that I can use that might be more viable, so I can save this sniper shot for something that might be an early game goal? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. That's how you build that game sense. Back in step number 3 or 2, building up that game sense, making those goals, those plays in mind, those really cool like IQ plays. Like you got to be thinking about what you're doing, why you're doing it. You're not a bot just running around, you know, oh boom, I'm gonna use my ability here, you're doing random crap that you have no idea what you're doing. Think about, what can I do, what would work better? For example, I don't remember her name, the goth chick. One of the first things I learned really quickly from picking her up was that there's 2 things you can kind of do. You can send a freaking massive wall early game so that you can get a head start, and you're going to be able to hit the ball and it'll kind of keep it on their side a little bit more. And then maybe in the later you can maybe even throw another one. Or she has this little shot, like it's like Estelle's, but like much shorter. It's not really big and it doesn't stretch as far. I started doing that from the very beginning and I thought it was working. but I found out it doesn't help. I waste my abilities. I'm not doing anything useful. How many goals have I actually made making any type of that technique, or have I ever helped my friend anyway using that kind of technique? No, not at all. What did I start doing at the beginning of each round? Pressing my space bar. Why? Because it gives my team an extra boost in speed. It helps my goalie prepare for any moment where the enemy team of Estelle will knock the ball against the wall and it's hitting straight to my goal. I know that they're fast enough to react to that. Also, if I have, I believe her name is Juliet. If I have Juliet and she's ahead of me and she's, you know, obviously the more offensive one, she's gonna go first. I know I gave her that speed boost to go a little bit faster to get that first strike ahead. Once they have that speed up, then that's when I can think about different ways that I can use my character in order to help make a goal, and rather than just spamming stuff that works for me but doesn't work for my teammates. Super important to understand this is a team-based game. This is not a you game. Whether you're a goalie, whether you're more forward, or whether you play like the middle man, and you're kind of like a mix of the two. Like you'll kind of like help out the goalie a little bit. Maybe you'll be more aggressive. Maybe shoot, you might even stay around and hang out on their end if you trust your teammates enough to make sure that they don't get scored on. But that's it for that tip. Step number 4, have a goalie mindset. If you really want to succeed and you want to do well, you need to stop being so stubborn and stop being so stingy, and understand that there will be a moment where you need to be a goalie. You may like going out, you may be like hitting the ball, you may like trying to make these super dope IQ plays, but you know it's more important than an amazing offense, an insane defense. And if you have an insane defense, there is absolutely no way you can lose. A great defense is way better than a strong offense. I can guarantee you that. Always have a goalie mindset. You're not always going to be able to play Estelle. You're not always going to be able to play Juliet. You're not always going to be able to play any other characters you want. Sometimes you're going to have to pick up the goalie. And there's definitely different builds that you can definitely make from what I've heard. I haven't gotten that far into the game, but there's builds that you can make that you can kind of do a balance of both. But please have in mind that there will be a moment where you will be a goalie. You need to stay at your goal. You need to play goal. If there's a moment where you can help, like if a teammate dies and you need to kind of step up and make some plays and do a little something to help out your team, do that. But before you jump into rank, please take the moment to play unranked. Understand, get a feel for goalie, get a feel for your character, understand your character, start coming up with interesting plays, win a couple games where you're the MVP of the game before you jump into rank. I guarantee you day 1, first hour, 2 hours, I guarantee you're gonna get out of rookie rank so fast. Super important, don't stick to just one character. Have at least 2 characters if you're more forward, or maybe have one where you're a forward and you're a goalie. That's what would be best, most recommended for me. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't own a goalie, like a goalie focused character. I own 2. I own Estelle, which I think she's free, I'm not too sure, and I own, of course, the goth chick. I don't want to say Ella, I believe. I own 2 of those characters. When someone wants to play Estelle, I play Ella. If someone's playing Ella, I'll play Estelle if I don't get the chance to pick them first. Unfortunately, there is no chat option where I can talk to them, let them know, hey, you want to play this? Can I play this character? I think I'm good at that character, whatever. There's not that feature in the game so far, which it doesn't need it, but if it does, that's fine. But super important to at least have 2 characters, just in case you're not bickering, you're not fighting, and if you're playing a ranked game, someone picks your character that you like, you're not stuck playing someone you're not familiar with whatsoever, and you're throwing the game. We're trying to get out of rookie rank as soon as possible. I'm trying to get you out of rookie rank as soon as possible, which I'm officially out of that rank. These are the tips I can tell you that will definitely help you in the long run. Okay? And last but not least, tip number 6. Make sure you guys like the video, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment down if any of these tips are helpful, and let me know, like, hey, thank you for your video. I applied these tips and it helped me get out of rookie rank. It would really help me out a lot. Share this video with your friends. If you have friends and you guys are getting, this is pretty much a new game. A lot of people I'm starting to see slowly getting into it, and I want to be ahead of the curve. So please, if you have friends and you guys are just joining in, make sure you share this video to them. It takes nothing but a second. Right now, boom, share, copy, go on your other platform and send it to them. Let them know that you're sharing the video so that they can learn, hey, these are really good tips that this guy spoke about. I think this will be super helpful. Plus, he's so handsome and he's so funny. All right, guys, well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this information was helpful. If it wasn't, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Maybe I can make another video following this where I can make some changes and some updates that will better suit everyone in the majority. And also, please make sure you share, leave a like, and comment down below. I said that like 30 fucking times. Subscribe. Thank you.